Hello, it is happening, guys. It is happening. The rain is here in California. The rain is here. You know what's interesting about this time of the year? Ducks. Ducks. Ducks, that's what's happening. Every morning in my pool, I don't know if it's like the same duck or a new duck or what kind of duck. Every morning, I wake up and I go outside, and there's a fresh, new bomb run of duck feces, poop, slobber, whatever, in the pool every morning. So that's how I know when it's springtime. It's duck season. And did you know that in California, you're not allowed to disturb the ducks? If they lay eggs on your property, it's their land now. If you go check your bushes and you see duck eggs, that's their bush. You're not allowed to disturb their nest. So now I have to live with the ducks. And they're going around and they're pooping all over my yard. It's their land now. Imagine if that's how things work. You just go around and you just like we go back to feral times when you could still smell things. Like, caveman days. And you just go around and just mark your territory. And you're like, that's mine. And then some other person just comes and like they mark over your mark, and then it's theirs now. You just every morning, just constantly going back and forth. Hello, everybody. How's your day going so far? It's the end of the day. I feel like I've been streaming all day. What do we do first today? We got some eggs. That was fun. I went up to Chino, got some eggs at Billy's Egg Farm. That was amazing. Hello, hello. The line was super long, so eggs are that's different from years past. Ooh, hello, CJ. I'm from Mississippi. My day, your day is going down the tubes. Say something to cheer you up. Am I mix? Let me think. What would cheer up CJ, guys? Mississippi. Okay, when I think about Mississippi, I saw a guy eating looked like gator and crawdaddy like pasta. Ooh, that looked real good. I'm telling you, this is what I was saying earlier in my other stream. We could solve a lot of hunger problems in America if we all just started eating some gator and hogs. That's what we got. We're gonna solve lots of problems. Okay, everyone, think of something to cheer up CJ. That's what we need to be thinking about right now. Crawfish. Let's see. When I was growing up, we called it crayfish. And then now everyone calls it crawfish. That's the power of the internet for you, though. Because back then, in the old days, if that's how you heard something, that's it. But now that you have the internet, everyone talks the same. Like, right? What do you think of Donald Trump taxing us for daylight savings time? Oh, don't get me started on daylight savings time. Okay. Don't worry, CJ. I'm gonna get back to you. I'm thinking about a way to cheer you up. Maybe since your day is going so bad, maybe we need to, instead of cheering you up, we all get down low too. People in St. Dennis call it crawfish. Some people call it crayfish. Like it's crayfish. It's like crayfish is becoming an extinct thing. I remember calling it crayfish when I was growing up, and then now it's just all crawfish. Okay, we're all gonna have good vibes. All right, all right. One thing though, because someone brought up daylight savings. I remember in California, we voted no more daylight savings. Okay? It passes. We all voted for it. It passes. It goes and it goes to wherever in Sacramento and it just disappeared. And we still have daylight savings. Insane. That's when you know you cannot change anything. Okay. Good vibes only. What is something good to happen today for me? I want to say something good that happened to me today was, if you saw earlier, I had a heat press machine and it broke. Okay? And I want to say that right now we live in the information age. If there's something wrong or you don't know something, you can fix it yourself or learn to fix it. So something like literally, if you will go back, you watch the video, I was just pressing shirts and it broke. And I guess what happened was whoever made that machine, they used either cheap wires or whatever. They didn't use the correct wires. Okay, what's your one request? Okay, they didn't use the correct wires, and their wires overheated the machine, and it basically burned a hole to the side. And when I tried to turn it on, the plastic got so weak and it just broke. It broke into a gajillion pieces, and I ended up just rewiring everything myself, and it works now. So that's what do I know how to do and fix? I feel like if you really wanted to, you can fix anything you want to fix. So CJ, if you're still hearing this, you're still here. If you're feeling down right now, I'll let you know you can always fix it if you want to. You just gotta want to. Think about a way. Shout out, please. I love your videos. Oh, thank you so much. All right, give the next person I see a compliment. All right, I'm definitely doing that. I try to do that actually a lot. But you know what's really weird is that as a guy, right? It's really hard to do that to other women, especially. And I try to actually do that with my wife around, to be honest, because then they don't think I'm a creep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you try to be nice, and then like they give you a weird look, and they're like, "Oh, okay, thanks." But if you have your partner with you, right? You have your partner with you, and you do that. She might, she might be like, "What are you doing?" Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. Okay, just be like, "Oh, hi, you look nice shoes. I like your shoes," or something. And they're like, "Oh, okay, cool, thanks." Because you know they must have put time into their outfit or whatever. And then if your partner goes to you like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "I'm trying to spread good vibes, okay?" And there's nothing. I'm with you. Like, what insane psycho actively tries to hit on another girl with their partner next to them? That's insane. But you know, I'll send this message out too if there's any ladies out here. Stop trying to tear each other down. Like, I was telling my wife this the other day, right? Is that why do women do this? You know, like let's say they have a friend and they have an outfit that looks absolutely terrible on them. Guys, in the back of our mind, we want to say that doesn't look good, but we're conditioned to say you look great because they get mad. But girls, they will like go and be like, "You look good, girl, slay," right? You look amazing. And I heard this theory, and it's because they do that. Or like, "Oh, girl, you lost so much weight. You look great. You're amazing." And I heard this theory is because if they say that and she keeps going, right? She like, "You look good. Keep uh keep eating or whatever. You're great." That's one less girl that they have to compete with down the road. Like the guys don't do that. That's one thing I have to say about that. Okay, but back to good vibes. Okay, we're finally getting some rain out here in California, so that's good. Um, that means I get to save on my water bill. Another great thing. Okay, wait. Today I was tickling my little brother's feet, but my mom said wait until he was born. Hmm. Hmm. I'm feeling a little awkward about this. Okay. Chet, I don't know. Okay. If we, if you want to tell you the truth, I'm tell you really. Okay. I don't know. Can we all handle the truth? That's the hard part too. Like the truth hurts feelings and the lie hurt feelings. So, Oh, no, we're going down. Let's go back up. Let's go back up. As I said, rain, great. Positive thing about rain, I don't have to water my plants. So I save. Nature is watering my plants for me. So I save money there. And one thing that I'm trying to do more with my yard is I am trying to make it more efficient. Oh, and the rain smells good too. That's the best. I used to remember doing the whole make a boat and have it go down the water. Like you pretend like you ever do that where you're like you make a paper boat. I don't think kids do that anymore. This is more of an old guy thing, but like we used to make boats and have them race. Let's see. If you don't look good, tell them it's better the truthers. That's what I'm Oh, Cassie gets it. Everybody. I can't clap with someone on the phone, but we'll snap it for Cassie. What's what's a goon? Gooning Maxer? I don't know what gooning means. You have to explain. Okay, but back to the what I'm trying to do now. I think we need to be more efficient with our yard. I was saying earlier that why do we grow grass in our yard just to mow it? What we should be doing is growing spinach, or some kind of like something that we can eat. So if you mow it, you could at least like make some kind of food with it. Okay. CJ, you're still here. I'm from Mississippi. I don't know how it is over there, but my prayers and thoughts go out for you all. Oh, thank you, CJ. What does that mean? Oh, goon means praying? Is that what it means? Okay. Hmm. You know, I am not a big um religion guy, but I don't judge. You goon every day. Peace to ya, dude. Like I just believe in being a good person. I know myself that I'm a good person. And, you know, he's trolling you. Maybe he is, maybe he's not, but I just want to send it out there. If you know in your heart that you're a good person, that's all that matters. You know? No judgment here. You do you. I don't like people telling people what to do. Um, like it's just not of your business, you know what I mean? Like if it doesn't affect your life, why do you care? Let's see. What else can we talk about today? What's going on? Gooning is a type of. Oh my God, there's so many goons in here. Interesting. But CJ is having a bad day. We gotta cheer up CJ. That's very important to me right now. If you've been in my channel before, what I like to do is help, try to do something to help someone, you know, and or at least solve a problem. Sometimes my ideas are crazy, but I'm just spitballing off the top of my head. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. It doesn't matter as long as you guys think it's interesting. Do you celebrate Ramadan? No, I do not celebrate Ramadan. I am Asian. I'm Asian. But as I said before, you do you. Like, it doesn't matter. None of it matters. But the way, like it's just that's just where you're from. You're Asian too, but you celebrate Ramadan? Oh, okay. Okay. You're Syrian. I have a Syrian buddy. Very interesting. I have one as well. What that forehead boy? Okay, this forehead right here, if you're gonna talk about the forehead, I live in California. It's very stressful out here, okay? We're out here trying to make $1 every other second to pay for the prices of everything out here. So that's something, CJ, that I guess if you're still here, they could cheer you up. Be glad that you don't have to live in California and be stressed about every other thing. Because like the taxes are crazy and nothing gets done. Yeah, it's hard for all of us. I have to say right now. That's truth. And if anyone says anything different, I feel like they have blinders on. That's that's the truth. Leave Cal. Ooh, Alaska. Leave and move to Alaska. I thought about that a gajillion times during the pandemic because I remember seeing like the ads that you could go to Alaska and to um, they will pay you to live in Alaska, right? That's very interesting. Like imagine they set out the advertisement, right? And it was like 200 or 300 bucks per person per month or something like that. Imagine they sent out those ads and we all go to Alaska. We all go to Alaska. Like, can they keep paying everybody 200 or 300 bucks a month to move to Alaska? Is that still a thing? If you're in Alaska, I I thought of this. Okay, I was gonna move to Alaska and I was gonna start a wasabi farm. And if you don't know anything about wasabi, it's a root and it likes to grow in wet, cold places. And Alaska is kind of cold. And it's kind of wet there. So, Alaska, wasabi farm. And wasabi, I believe the actual root itself grows and it sells pretty expensive. Uh, no, no one wants any more taxes. Gooning Maxer, come on, you gotta stop. No one wants any more taxes. That's insane. Stop trying to troll people. Oh my gosh, this you guys are so funny now because it's you guys are fighting with each other about increasing each other's like limits. That's funny. Like imagine you're like you hate somebody and you're like I hope your rent increases. And you're like no, no, please, please, not the rent. Um, I have to say that I have a small property out there, and I haven't raised the rent in a very, very, very long time. I just don't believe that because this is the price that you were in, you live here, and that's that until you move out. If you decide to move out and test your test your luck out there in the market, because I remember I had a tenant once. They they moved in a long time ago, and their rent, and this is California, by the way, okay? I was only charging them $700 a month for a three. Now, if you're out there and you think that's crazy in California, that's not. It was $700 for a, I believe it was at the time, because I did it after they moved out. I did modify the place a little bit, but it was $700 a month, 3 bedroom, 2 baths, uh, 1,200 square feet. Okay, and they lived there for a very, very long time. And then one time they threatened to leave, right? And I was like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry. You guys have been here for a very long time. If you want to leave, that's fine with me. Okay, so they decide to leave. More, they decide to threaten. They're threatening me to leave, or else they unless I lower the rent or something of that nature. I was like, okay, no, just leave. It's okay. 1 week of looking at what the current rates were, they they decided to stay. Like I'm like, and I haven't raised the rents on them for a very long time because they, you know, they raised the whole family there. Well, that's just what they're supposed to pay, and so, but they eventually did ended up moving out, and I hope they're doing well because rent out here is crazy. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's not much. That's what I'm saying, CJ. I thought I was being very nice because like there's nowhere else that they can get that price anywhere. And so I knew that they were just trying to get me to lower the price for no reason. But I'm like, why would I do that? I'm already down. But yeah, if if anyone moves into anywhere, I literally do not raise the rent at any point. I just feel bad. I feel bad inside. What brand of Asian am I? I am Vietnamese Chinese. That's the kind of Asian I am. Everyone's always like, um, are you Mexican? Are you Filipino or whatever? No, I'm just dark. I did a lot of work outside. That's that. Let's see, but back to the rain. Okay, CJ is still here. We need good vibes, people. Stop trolling each other. What else is good today? So I got a bunch of eggs. The eggs were at 67 cents per egg. I don't know if that's expensive to you or not. I thought it was okay for the price. And what I usually do is I get a whole bunch of eggs and I just at a time and let them sit there. No eggs. Egg prices are raised. No. Oh, yes. Okay. I have to say, at least you understand that the pet dog thing, okay, with Asians, it's not all the Asians, okay? I'm glad you at least understand that. Because when I was growing up, we said the same thing too about the other Asians. So I think that's a funny thing. Let's see, what else is going on in the world right now? But good stuff only. I saw that there's a new pill out there. I mentioned this earlier as well that can extend your life of your pet, right? So it's like a pill. I think that they priced it out, and it's like $100 a month or something like that, and it extends the life of your dog. It only works on dogs right now. Would you do you? What my question is, do you wonder? I wonder how long would it take until a human person is gonna try this pet pill that extends the life of the pet? Like 1 day, 1 month, 1 year. At some point, somebody is gonna try to take this pill and extend their life. And I think that's pretty interesting. Another question for you guys. Do you think human cloning is happening? Do you think that's happening? Because cloning technology has been out for a very long time, right? They clone sheep, they clone cows, they clone all kinds of things, but they don't clone humans, right? No. I'm not saying cloning is not real because cloning is real. What I'm saying is, do you think they've cloned humans yet and just not told us about it? Like, yes, I'm saying they just haven't revealed it yet, but you don't think there's a secret lab somewhere that has like a bunch of, I don't know, who's the worst person that you could possibly clone? They just have a whole bunch. Hitler was cloned in Brazil. Imagine. Imagine. Okay, this is my thought now, okay? Let's storyboard a whole scenario and see if this happens, okay? You clone the H-Man. You do a face off, right? Because the worst thing to do is to clone the H-Man and have him walk around and people going, "Hey, that guy, that guy right there, he looks just like him." And you're just like, "No, it's not me." And you do a face off. Okay, what? Pick someone else? Pick someone else? Okay. Maybe that's what they did earlier. If you guys seen Biden, right? Back then when he was like, there's tall Biden, there's short Biden, right? Did they clone him? And that's why there's discrepancies in his look from here to there. What do you think? Hmm? Like, have you seen those pictures that were like he was super tall? Like because he was walking next to his wife, right? And he's at a certain height. And then there's another picture of him and he was bigger. Oh no, I'm just messing around. Um, but I definitely know that there's clone. They must have cloned someone because they've had this cloning technology for a long time. And do you know what's stopping everyone from cloning humans? They all just agreed not to do it to humans. But you know how scientists are. Some mad scientist out there is like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna clone myself. Um, Very interesting. They should clone. Oh, thank you. Okay, CJ, at some point, someone's gonna think you're listening to some crazy conspiracy theorist person, but it's just me making up random stories. You should clone a conjoined twin. Oh, how wild would that be, though? Okay, let's keep this topic. Okay, how wild would that be to clone a conjoined twin? Would you clone both of them? Because if you let's say you clone one side, right? Right? You clone one side, that means the other one has to keep the body like how would that work? Like how cloning a conjoined would they Okay, why would you clone a conjoined twin? Okay, imagine this, right? You're walking around right now and you look to the left, there's another person in there and you guys share an arm. Like, you guys share an arm and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Can you get your own body? And they're like, okay, I'm gonna get my own body. And then boom, cloning technology starts. Right? Okay, they might separate and not be conjoined. No, you don't understand. Like, even if they separate, right? Let's say they're in the middle. You separate them. Zzz. What's his name? Um, that Ben Carson, right? You look him up. He could be a serial um person because I think that's what he's known for, right? He's just going out there with a chainsaw and just goes ah! And taking people out because I don't think any of them survived. So you would definitely clone conjoined, and hopefully you can separate them that way. That would be the better way to do it, I think. But if you clone them, would they still end up conjoined? That's another question. Imagine you're like, we can clone another body for you, but it's gonna be the same body that you have right now. Who's Dave? No, I don't know who Dave Grohl is. Would you? You have to give us more context. Is he like a singer, actor? Are you saying you would clone Jesus? Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. Foo Fighters lead singer. Is he a bad guy? Okay. Okay, here's a scenario, okay? You got me thinking about the J-Man. Okay, if you clone Jesus, would he and you clone him again, now there's two Jesuses, right? Double Jesuses. Are they both the savior? Or there can only be one? And then what happens if you clone three Jesuses? Jesus did everything for everything to go wrong. That is very true. He did die for our sins. And now Jesus is the plural. There's no one. Imagine if you clone two Jesuses and then some grammar guy is like, no, it's not Jesuses, it's Jesus. And you're like, no! The grammar person comes out of nowhere, like out of a bush. And just like, no, it's not Jesus's, it's Jesus. Right? See? This is the talk that no one would ever think about unless you're cloning Jesus. He loves cloning? Do you think Jesus will be into cloning? Like, in a way, aren't you taking the gift of life away from God if you start cloning people? We'll find out. I mean, if we see another Elon out there, then cloning is definitely real. No, okay, no. I'll take that back. If cloning was real, Elon wouldn't have so many children. He would just make more of himself. How about that thought? That's how you know cloning is not real. Oh, Jesus made us in his image. No, God made us in his image, I thought. But if Jesus made us in his image, then explain all the different races. But if we start cloning Jesus, Jesus would be like, hey, I'm the one, and he'll start cloning himself more, and then we're gonna get overrun by Jesus. All right, no, I feel like we need to switch topics because we've been talking about cloning and Jesus for a little bit now. Elon's already a clone. Well, wouldn't you say what's his name? Zuckerberg Marky? He would be the clone. Cause what's the theory? He's a lizard guy. I feel like, I mean, Neil Mark Zuckerberg is a clone. Cause Neil Mark Zuckerberg is too cool. If we all remember old Zuckerberg, he was like a robot. Now he found jujitsu and he got a new haircut and he's dressing all different. He got replaced by Marky Zucky, the jujitsu master. That cavity video is gross. Thanks for posting it. You're welcome, everybody. I find weird things on the internet, and it's crazy. It's crazy. The internet is crazy. Okay, I sing from Russia. They archive pictures that proves that Jesus was black. Ooh, interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Now we know. He used to smoke all the meats. That okay, Professor Oak. That sounds very weird. Jujitsu. It is jujitsu. That is true. Oh, that sentence sounds weird though. He smokes all the meat. Would I clone myself? You know what my wife tells me every single day? I wish I can clone you. So one of you can uh, hang out with me. Another one would do work. You know, kind of like the multiplicity movie where you have one do a bunch of stuff and then at some point they're all gonna be Belle. Like imagine you clone yourself and you're gonna get into that scenario where it's like, I'm the one. No, I'm the one, guys. I'm the main one. You gotta listen to me, but it's you. So I think if I clone myself, I would do the thing where I would just let them free. I would just let them go. And imagine if you clone yourself and you let that one go, and that one becomes a huge success, and you're just sitting here, you're the original one, and you just like hating yourself. You just because you're watching yourself what you could be. All right. All right, all right. Thanks for hanging out with me. We will talk about something again later. I gotta get going because my kid's class is almost done and I gotta go. But I love hanging out with you guys and I love seeing the similar faces. Thanks for subbing. If you're subbed, you can see more of me and we can make up more random stories and whatnot. Thank you, thank you. Um, I guess I'll leave it on this. I say this every time. Been here a lot. You know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, as you guys are scrolling through, there's hottie bodies on the internet. You could be looking at them, but you choose to look at my ugly face. And there are also people that just stare into the camera doing jack squat. They're doing nothing, and they get thousands of views. And I'm out here talking about cloning Jesus and the H-man, and I get to talk to you guys. And we have lots of fun. But thank you. Thank you so much. I'll be back.